Chris Platt from a couple of yards deep brings it out. And the offense will start.
And he can run it as good as anybody here since RG3.
Goes after his favorite target. Play action for Russell on second down.
Pass interference, defense.
Penalty flag's coming.
Play action again. As Russell, he wants a bomb, throws it into man coverage. Intended.
This juncture halfway through.
Quarterback draw. Russell can run. This time he gets bottled up.
50 points today.
Russell over the middle, and it is a first down hook up to the toughest guy on this football team. Another play action fake. Pass right down the hash marks.
Trying the best they can to keep everything in front of them.
That ball bobbled and dropped. Slant, almost intercepted. Another third down and 10. Play action again for Russell. He's looking for the end zone for Coleman. He's got it! That's a Baylor touchdown! We'll have a chance to stay in the game. They had a chance on that opening drive defensively. So Iowa State's first chance with the football. Short kick at about the 6-yard line. It's Jamal Wiltz. Lost it! He was blown up at the 24. And they'll start with the read option. Richardson stiff arms and gets knocked out of bounds. Second down and 10. And a little comeback route thrown to the sideline for Iowa State, trying to keep the drive alive. And on the ground, they will keep the drive alive.
Productive in his career.
Here he is again. Into the heart of that Baylor defense. 6 Byron Bonds, who gets the start today in place of Billings. Losing the football on the run is Warren.
Most lethal offense in football.
First carry for Shock Linwood. And he picks up a yard. Few that just bounce your way to have a streak like that, and they did. There's a deflected pass. 2 receivers stacked to either side. Draw play. And that is beaten in the backfield. FBS for Baylor this year. And he barely gets it away. They don't get a chance to practice it much. And it will take a Baylor hop down inside the 20-yard line after the fumble. And they go right back to the ground. Joshua Thomas, the 7-0 lead. Here's Sam Richardson from a solid pocket, throws it up the sideline.
You expect to see the Bears in the playoffs.
A check down on 3rd and 9. And not a lot there.
On your offensive line, that will be the determining factor for me.
Colin Downing may have had that punt deflected. It takes an Iowa State roll to midfield. Trayvon Blanchard got in and got a hand on the football. And it will finally roll dead. If the fullback looks big, it's because he is. Although they'll take a shot on first down looking for Corey Coleman.
Keep up front doing a nice job so far.
Now they'll try and run behind McGowan. Getting to the edge is Shock Linwood. Breaking tackles.
Run around, that's as good as a decleater.
Little read option, and Russell on the keeper. He's down the sideline. Seth Russell cruises into the end zone. They must account for everyone, but they actually have a couple of guys on every play.
30 years ago, you didn't see the number of 300-pounders you do everywhere, but he's convinced they're just 35 years ahead of the curve.
Jamal Wiltz fumbled on his first kickoff return attempt. Than Sam Richardson. And he's in there now and throws that one sideways. And now 2nd and 19. He'll run here into the arms of Grant Campbell. Back in at quarterback for 3rd and 16. And Oakman got through on the rush. Incomplete. This time Baylor sets up a return. Links Hawthorne, though, on a short kick, calls for a fair catch.
Offense just not firing on all cylinders with Cardell in.
Seth Russell and his offense firing on all cylinders. Wide open on an easy pitch and catch is Platt. And they'll pick up a first down here straight up the middle.
Vast opportunities to do even more within this system.
Corey Coleman gets to the edge.
More opportunities to expand, but it starts up front.
Russell finds Platt. Coleman's in the slot left. He's the favorite target. Russell buying time. Extending the play.
Got him.
Wide open is Coleman in the end zone. Russell finally pitches it. Coleman catches it. That's another Baylor touchdown.
An eligible lineman downfield, number 69 of the offense.
18th touchdown reception off the board.
Easy bounce to the outside. No one home for Iowa State. 21-0 Baylor.
Keep it under 50? But when you're playing a group that just presses you in every single way, you're lost.
Line. Richardson sails it in FBS in the AP poll. There's a handoff to Mike Warren.
And the story's all told.
Blitz is coming. Wobbly pass on third down. Iowa State with 4 possessions now. This is their 3rd punt to go along with a fumble. Hawthorne makes the first man miss, but then gets swallowed up.
Has matched his play of being up and down.
False start. Offense.
Russell under pressure and throws it away. That Baylor scores. That's a backwards pass for Baylor. Russell steps up, throws on the run. That should have been intercepted.
You have to catch and create those takeaways.
Second punt for Drew Galitz. He has never punted more than 4 times in a game this season. And plus, that also keeps Baylor's offense off the field if you can establish some type of running game. And there it is, breaking tackles and picking up 9. Warren again. 3rd down and 1. Wide receiver screen. Caught by Wesley.
Ball is Andrew Billings.
4-man rush. Oakman gets through. Richardson avoids the rush for Colin Downing. Fake. Iowa State with a trick play, and that's exactly what you have to do. They keep their drive alive, and Sam Richardson takes a shot down the sideline. And it's intercepted. Perfect coverage from Xavier Howard. And now he's got blockers setting up a return. Twice. Quick hitch. KD Cannon breaks a tackle. Muscles his way.
You can't get right defensively.
A little stop and go for Corey Coleman. Incomplete. Linwood runs into traffic.
Everybody else, and yeah, we've got some fun video to showcase that.
Coleman on 3rd down makes the catch. They'll run for it with Russell. A cutback by the quarterback.
If you're not, you can take a little break.
Coleman lowers his shoulders. Shock Linwood, a little jab step. Linwood stood up at about the 2. At that H-back spot, the crowd reacts. He tries to pave the way. Russell reaches for the goal line. Baylor set to go. Quarterback sneak. Moving the pile with a flag down.
False start. Not all 11 players were set in the backfield prior to the snap.
At the 6. Russell with all day. Easy pitch and catch to Linwood. Well, it almost seems like the folks here in Waco, Brock, realize that there's never been a better time to be a Baylor fan. Nothing there. 3-man rush. Long throw. A stop and go, and another interception. Linwood. Pitch and catch to KD Cannon. Spread you out, as they continue to do. And Russell takes a shot towards the end zone.
As well. Well, this year they can push and they can shove, and I think they should do this the rest of the afternoon.
Look at Linwood running behind McGowan. Extra weight.
Well.
A drop from Coleman. Get lost back there. And here is Linwood. Spinning for a first down on 4th and short. Different backs, and here's Jefferson in the game. Instead, it's KD Cannon making a man miss and hurdles his way out of bounds.
False start. Offense.
A lot of ball and growing up an awful lot in Waco.
Here's Johnny Jefferson turning the corner. Gets a block. Out of bounds.
He's put in one-on-one situations.
Instead, it's Jefferson up the middle. Jefferson. Goal. Now it's Devin Chafin in as the tailback. He submarines, and he pushes his way into the end zone. Baylor's right on schedule. It's a fun stadium, and they are having a blast watching their 2nd-ranked Baylor Bears.
None? They're rolling.
Here's Joe Lanningen at quarterback, giving it to Warren against a Clemson team that's rolling as well. Little read option. Joshua Thomas. And they'll run it on third down, finding a crease. Warren again for 3 yards. First down and more. Bouncing it outside is Thomas. He's loose to the 30. Eventually tracked down.
Break.
Thomas again. A keeper, and Joel Lanning inside the 5.
In your run game.
It's been all run game on this drive. And walking into the end zone.
Richardson, I think it's going to be Joel Lanning's show, and you're going to see a ton of that run.
Now it's your turn.
That's right.
Platt from the 5 to the 25.
He's a difference maker, someone they have to have.
Worst field position. Linwood again. Breaking tackles in receiving yards per game. That is one heck of a 1-2 punch. And there is Coleman.
Defensively, and just have not been able to do so.
Well-timed route to KD Cannon. Pitch and catch, and it's caught by Cannon.
You want by your side. They're pointing to this guy who can play running back, who can play receiver. Probably enters it ahead of Russell.
Here he is again, out of the running back spot. As Russell looks to sneak it.
Again and week out.
Russell sidearms one. That's a punt. And it's intercepted at the 10-yard line. The long field. On the keeper. Lanning breaks a tackle. That's the first pass. They'll run it with Mike Warren to the Baylor timeout. Lanning sets the screen up, but it is diagnosed by the Bears. We are back for the Iowa State punt. Plenty of time on the clock for Baylor. They almost block another kick. And Lynx Hawthorne tells his teammates get away from a ball that turns into a great roll for Iowa State. Russell has all day to throw. Checks it down underneath. That's Gus Penning.
He's a good 15 yards at the snap.
False start. Offense.
Talk through some of those.
Linwood reverses field. Gets to the outside. He's got some blockers setting up a wall. Linwood across the 50.
It's the other side of the 50. You're going to see a couple more shots.
He's got room again. Linwood cuts it back. That'll stop the clock. It's another first down. That gives the Bears a chance to regroup. And here's Russell for the end zone, looking for Coleman. A fumbled snap. Cole Edmiston bobbled the snap and turns turtle, and that will take us to halftime. The second one as well, but was ruled down by contact and then was replaced for the rest of the first half. Well, the package every week that they have for Lanning, and here he is on a keeper. And they pick up a first down on the run by Mike Warren. And an extra effort by Mike Warren as he emerges from the pile, and a pile that won't stop.
Consistency has cost them in some games as well. And yeah, you got a youngster at running back.
Back to the ground. Mike Warren finds room, breaks a tackle. Warren again. Now it's Joshua Thomas right up the middle, reaching. They'll run it with Joshua Thomas, hit behind the line. Right up the middle again. A little bootleg action. Into the end zone, along the chalk. It's caught for the touchdown.
Hold of this job. It's an excellent drive by Joel Lanning.
Breathing a little belief back into that sideline for the Cyclones. And that hurts.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team.
Focus was to score another 35 points.
Very to the point and very direct. Work to be done.
A little delay in the backfield.
In a critical 3rd and 11.
Too many men on the field for the Iowa State defense.
Illegal substitution. Defense number 35.
Translating here early.
Seth Russell, well protected, floats it up the sideline.
For the Bears.
Third punt for Drew Galitz. And it's short. Caught on the dead run at about the 28. It's a great way to begin a football game here at McLean Stadium. And now the Baylor Bears are trying to finish to the right of Joel Lanning. He takes the handoff and gets stood up. They bring a blitz, and Lanning down the sideline can't beat it. Pretty good punt from Colin Downing. Forces Links Hawthorne.
See, I'm going to have a hunch Mr. Whittingham will use that as motivation.
Shock Linwood bounces it outside, gets to the sideline. Flag down.
Illegal black in the back. Offense.
They'll run it again. And Linwood with another cutback and another jump cut.
A lot of the unforced errors today with 6.
There he goes again.
In every phase of the game.
Russell's pass deflected.
He's going to get touches if he stays healthy to shatter those records.
Russell calls for the ball. Play action. Slant knocked down at the line. It's to go in the third quarter. Flags down.
Ball start. Offense.
Playing for more than pride. Trevor Ryan fields the kick. Stays on his feet. Can he turn the corner? He can. To the 40-yard line. Tiptoes down the sideline.
It creates some negative plays here in the second half.
3rd down and 8 after being replaced in the first half. And he's in trouble. And there he is. Oakman. He forced the fumble. It's an end on Mel Kiper's big board, headed to the NFL. Links Hawthorne with the fair catch.
One of the more dynamic players in college football for the Cardinal.
Shock Linwood starts off this drive up the middle.
Mentality to finish. This is a drive, if you're Seth Russell and you're Baylor and you want to be a championship team in this game really out of hand and finish it.
Linwood to the 42.
Of these game conditions and knowing you have the game in hand, but finish.
Go route for Coleman. 3 straight punts.
Ball start. Offense.
They're going to try and run for it with Linwood. They won't get it.
You want 34 more in the second half? Well, you got 0 now through 3 possessions.
Fair catch at the 22.
Such a dominant job of that, not for 1 season, for 3 seasons.
Wide open, the tight end, Ben Bozen.
They're vying for those votes in those places. Yeah, that's where those
moments like this and games like this factor in that room when they debate. As Warren reaches back, makes a terrific catch, and what balance. Warren's Submarines hit over 300 yards in the first half. Here's Warren. Driven down. 3rd down. And they will keep that drive alive. A strike. They fake the jet sweep. Breaking a tackle is Lanning. Breaking another tackle. Mike Warren. Lanning tries to do it himself. 2nd effort. Warren brought down.
play caller want to see that kind of energy go in the right direction. Starts here.
And it starts with the ground game. Shock Linwood gets a block on the edge. Averages 349 yards a game rushing.
They want to get over the course of a season.
Losing the football, though, is Johnny Jefferson. Hope in this game. He feels like a must drive. And Lanning looking for the big play down the sideline. Mike Warren. Moving the pile, which continues. Warren's up to 100 yards. Play fake for Lanning. Slips it to the sideline. Instead, it's a handoff.
Yet again.
For the 4th time this season. There he goes again. Flag down as he gets inside the 20-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
There goes Ryan in motion again. Play fake for Lanning. Down the sideline, he's got a man wide open. Right up the middle, breaking tackles to the 5-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 5 of the defense.
Thomas lost his footing. 5-man rush. He's well protected. To the back pylon. Caught. Touchdown! Freshman, he didn't have a clue. He basically tried to find green grass and go stand on it.
Offside. Defense number 9. Unabated to the quarterback. That penalty is declined.
And this time, he'll hook the point left. 7:47 to go, and here's an onside kick. The surprise onside kick.
Free kick out of bounds on a kicking team. 5 yards will be added to the spot where the ball went out of bounds.
Just about has to have a 3 and out. And Shock Linwood is brought down. 2nd down and 8 now for Baylor. Play action and a slant. And the catch is made. Ball. Shock Linwood cuts it back. Linwood again. This time he's brought down. 3rd down and 5, a keeper for Russell. He is met. 34 yards away for Chris Callahan, who's 4 for 5 this season, and he is now 5 for 6. A pooch kick from Spencer Evans, giving up some field position to the 33-yard line.
Play, and they're going to continue to do so over the final 5.5.
Here's a jet sweep while playoff standings are released. And a drop now.
Ball.
3rd down and 8. Lanning has it stripped away. It's loose, and it looks like it was recovered by K.J. Smith, quarterback. And he'll run the option with Chafin.
At TCU.
Stidham had a problem with a high snap. Did well not only to hold on to it, but to muscle his way.
Continued to progress by the end of the season.
Chafin picks up the 1st down.
Sharper when the competition strengthens.
Stidham.
Too, it's part of that human psychology.
Stidham on a rollout. Extending the play. Flips it into the end zone, and there is a touchdown. Wide receiver. And if he keeps his current pace rolling.
Obviously, Urban Meyer's track record speaks for itself. They won a national title a year ago. I bet you see a different Buckeye team tonight.
Jamal Wills do just that, and he did. A game-winning field goal. It keeps Pitt
Coming out of here.
up the middle. Warren.
Best defensive player. They're going to need him, and they're going to have him, and he's got an ankle injury.
That is politically put, and well done. As Warren.
12.
Warren again gets to the sideline, padding his numbers. His redshirt freshman, 40 yards rushing.
Pieces in place than they've had the last couple years.
Lanning takes a shot at the end zone. Broken up. Long throw, and it's short. And after this 4th down play, you're on the verge of capping a win. Although you're giving up a 4th down conversion on the catch and run by Bundridge. Inside the 10, breaking tackles. How about the effort of Bundridge? That's a touchdown.
Close it out. He gave Iowa State a little bit of life.
And he will just squib it.
This game has not returned. His availability in Manhattan, Kansas, or is a true freshman going to be under center for Art Briles?